Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numythrandor, and today we're going to be getting into Homeward, He Who Caught the Wind. We just finished Varka's story quest, so I thought it was about time that we finally got around to his homecoming. And on that note, there happens to be an anecdote involving Varka right over this way. As well as Glory, too.
I know those voices. Why, if it isn't Paimon and the Honorary Knight. Praise be to the Animo Archon for this flurry of good news.
A flurry, so I'm not the only good news. Are we actually finally going to be getting a resolution to Godwin gallivanting around the countryside of Mondstadt, pretending to be a knight on expedition?
Huh? Oh, hey Glory! What's got you in such a good mood?
Have you heard? The knights who went on expedition are finally returning home. Which means Godwin should be home soon too. It won't be long now before we're together again.
Huh? Don't tell Paimon Godwin still hasn't told Glory about getting separated from the expedition.
Could you help me scatter some more dandelion seeds? I want to thank the Animo Archon for watching over the expedition, especially Godwin.
Oh, poor girl. Waiting for Godwin all this time? Should we tell her the truth? Or should we have a word with Godwin first?
Is something wrong?
Huh? You want us to help scatter dandelion seeds at the Animo Archon statue, right? Piece of cake! We'll head there right away!
At Glory's request, you head to the top of the Animo Archon statue.
How much longer do you think Godwin's going to keep the truth from Glory? Paimon doesn't want to make her upset, but if we don't tell her... No, she deserves to know. Let's find Godwin and give him a piece of our mind.
I'm not sure that'll be necessary. Aether says that, and I'm assuming that right now he's looking at some reason why that statement would be true. Because right now I'm not seeing one.
Huh? Why not?
Because I think Varka's already sorting it out. Well, there we go.
Huh? Varka? And Godwin? Wait, Godwin's back in the city? We need to go speak
Yep.
to him.
Hopefully Varka.
Hey, Varka! What's Godwin up to now?
You look a bit downcast, Godwin. Honestly, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Shh, watch closely. This Knight of Favonius is making the most important decision of his life. Try not to disturb him.
Glory, it's me. I've returned from the expedition safe and sound. I haven't stopped thinking about you this whole time. Oh, no. I can't keep lying to her. Let me think this over. Glory, I have to come clean. I never left Mondstadt in the first place. Oh, no, that's even worse. Saying that will only hurt her more. Oh, I don't know what to do.
On the one hand, you've really put your foot in it, Godwin. On the other, I do see an option for some measure of redemption. After all, the expedition is starting to return. But, as it's been explained, they'll be coming back in waves, group by group, leaving a skeleton crew, at least, at the fortress in Notcry. So then, Godwin, I believe it's your obligation now to go and be part of that crew manning the fortress You should be the absolute last person to leave, not cry. That's the least penance you can do if you ask me.
Oh, so that's what you meant. Paimon agrees that this is a pretty important decision, but is it really the Grandmaster's responsibility to sort out Knights' love lives, too?
No, not at all. As an organization, the Knights of Favonius does not interfere with personal matters. However, the issue he faces is about more than being a good partner. It's about being a good knight.
I should just tell her the truth. Honesty is a knight's greatest virtue, but glory is so fragile. What if she can't handle the shock?
Seems like being Grand Master isn't always so easy. Also, I think we should turn this guy over to Jean. Even if we don't go with my former idea of sending him off to not cry to man the fortress, well, the alternative would be to give him a detail here in Mondstadt. Preferably a painful one.
Well, it's not all that difficult. Besides, it's not like I'm entirely blameless in the situation either.
You know, I was always wondering, how exactly did Godwin's absence in the expeditionary force go unnoticed for literal years? So, are you admitting now that you just left him? That you allowed him to just be AWOL this whole time?
Back then, I had my hands full preparing for the expedition, so when he suddenly applied for leave, I told him to report to Jean instead. The plan was that he'd rejoin us later. Who could have guessed he'd spend all this time agonizing over how to report back to Jean? Although, I imagine a good chunk of that time was also spent worrying about how to report back to his girlfriend. Naturally, I'll admit I was careless at the time. I didn't set a clear deadline for his report, which may have been part of the reason he spent so much time hesitating. That was my bad.
Certainly. A very hands-off approach, I'll give you that. Although honestly, I blame Godwin for this a lot more than I do you, Varka.
Truth is, hesitation only ever complicates things. Once a day or two has passed, you start to think, well, what's a day or two more? Then, after 3 or 4 days, you start to wonder if your current situation's really so bad after all.
Maybe I should just leave Mondstadt. Then I can pretend I never came back. Yes. Then I can think things over a little longer. Just a day or two more.
You're literally going to waste your entire life with that kind of procrastination. I'd rather just drag you to glory right now than allow you to do this. She's been waiting for you. And I'm sick of watching her wait for you. I genuinely am.
At the very least, he should be able to make a decision on his own that aligns with the spirit of chivalry, without me needing to lecture him first.
Does running away from your problems align with the spirit of chivalry?
Running away? Don't be silly, what kind of a night would ever... Wait, what did you say? Running away?
Yeah.
Darn it, Godwin! Stop
Yeah,
right
not
there!
a rhetorical, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh. Lecture incoming.
Grandmaster?
Hey, Godwin. How can you even call yourself a knight? You were loud and proud when you first confessed your love. Where did that guy disappear to?
Confessed my love? Grandmaster, how do you...
Please, half the Knights of Favonius know about you and Glory. Besides, that's not the point.
The point?
Honorary Knight, tell this scaredy cat what decision a true knight would make.
Oh, leaving this to me, is it? Honesty is a knight's greatest virtue. Yeah, I'm not going to allow you to get away with lying to Glory anymore. Not least because you've left her hanging for years now. The poor girl has to have the option to dump you for this if she wants to. So yeah, if she wants to accept you after all the nonsense, good for both of you. If she chooses to dump you for it, I wouldn't blame her. But she deserves the truth.
Too right it is, though, in all honesty. See what I did there? A little white lie now and then can be quite harmless, too. See? There's honor in either decision. And yet, despite all that, you chose to skedaddle. Whether you choose to maintain Glory's illusion or come clean, as a knight, you should make a decision, follow it through, and bear the responsibility. What were you thinking when you confessed your love? Presumably something along the lines of, does she feel the same? Might she reject me? Truth is, you had no way to know, but you put yourself out there and told her all the same. Now, all you've got to do is muster up that very same courage. The courage to make a decision, whichever one it is.
I don't want to be like this. It's just, whenever I picture Glory's reaction, I lose the courage to make up my mind. Will she be angry or disappointed? Will she forgive me? If it ends up leaving her as conflicted as I am, maybe it would be kindest not to tell her at all. But if I don't tell her now, she'll find out someday anyhow, right? All these thoughts in my head, aren't they just excuses I'm making for myself?
Yes, they are. Again, why don't I just drag him to Glory right now? I really want to see a resolution to this. It's literally been 5 years. So let's drag him over right this second.
Hey, what are you prattling on about now? You won't achieve anything thinking like this. Instead of getting lost in your own thoughts, how about you just lay it all out on the table? Come on, let's head to the Angel's Share. It's time to give you a refresher course in chivalry.
Can you really train chivalry in a tavern? Oh, looks like there's a long way to go before this situation gets resolved.
Well, damn it. Okay, well, I didn't get a quest marker, and I also didn't get confirmation that the anecdote was ended. So I'm assuming that I actually have to go to the Angel's Share to see this concluded. I wonder if they're going to rope D-Luke and Kaya into this discussion. After all, the Angel's Share is D-Luke's establishment, and Kaya is quite often here. Oh, blimey. Where are you? Did you go upstairs, maybe? No. Ugh, rats. Ugh. Okay.
What would you like?
Next option that I can think of is going to Glory again. Maybe we'll find Godwin and Varka with her. I suppose that would be the next step, seeing whatever Godwin finally decided. No matter how that decision ends up going, it would require that they eventually meet with Glory. At least, I hope so. Nope. Okay. Is there another marker on the map? Nope. Not that I can see. That is annoying. I was genuinely hoping to see this resolved finally. But no.
Lord Barbados, please see to it that Godwin gets home safe and safe.
Oh, he's safe and sound. I'm afraid Varka is not as brutal a taskmaster as Godwin deserves at the moment. Oh well. Disappointing as that is, we'll have to leave it for now. For Homeward, he who caught the wind. One day, you and Paimon suddenly receive an invitation from the Knights of Favonius, and so you return to Mondstadt to take part in a welcome ceremony that feels both familiar and just a little different. Invitation. Greetings, Honorary Knight, and Paimon. It is a pleasure to be in touch once more. This is Jean. The Wild Hunt threat in Nodcry has been neutralized, and the Knights of Favonius expedition is drawing to a successful close. Our members will soon begin their return to Mondstadt. To express our gratitude, we have arranged a welcome celebration in the city. We extend our sincere invitation to you both to join us for this event, which will be held on the beach across the Starsnatch Cliff. Across from. Honestly, that's a little hard to read. Alright. Going to where the journey began. It has actually been a while. Oh, a new loading bar icon. Can't really tell what that is, but it's sparkly.
That's weird. Jean said this is where the event is supposed to be, but there's nothing here.
Wait, is this? Indeed it is. It's been a while since we've been back here.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, this is where our journey officially began. That sure brings back memories. Kinda nostalgic, really. Even after all this time, this place hasn't changed one bit.
Fleeting moments. Precious ones, too.
Look who's getting all sentimental and poetic. Well, we still need to find Jean and the others. Let's have a look
Just
around.
like old times.
Yeah.
The Outlander Who Caught the Wind. Prologue, Act 1.
Paimon remembers there used to be hydro slime hiding here, but it's gotta be gone now, right? Whoa! A fungus? Are those supposed to be in Mondstadt? Not that these are a real threat to us at this point, but still!
Yep, we're Pyro Traveler again. No, I didn't want the inventory. Okay. So they gave us a traveler to use. Honestly, I think my Dendro Traveler might have been better suited, but oh well. Also, I can't help but notice we're back in the old outfit. I don't know why they gave us the new one if they're just going to shuffle us out of it at every opportunity. Every cutscene is back to the old outfit. Is that an oversight, or is my game just glitching? What?
They said this isn't hard enough. Should I grab a Geovision for the next round then? Is this really the time to get competitive?
Did you hear that, Paimon?
Hear what?
Huh. Must have been my imagination then.
That was definitely Alice and Nicole. Oh, and suddenly Paimon. Are those... Oh, Dodoko.
Huh? Why did someone hang Jumpy Dumpty mines all over this tree?
To look like Sunsetias, maybe?
What? But they don't look alike. You can't even eat them. Hold on. Could this be an event setup thing? Not a lot of people come here, but a bomb's still a bomb. If someone gets hurt by accident, Klee's gonna get marched off to the confinement room again.
Agreed. Let's help her clean this up.
Yeah, but let's take a picture with the camera before we take them down. First the fungus, and now this? Something weird is going on. If it turns out not to be event-related, it'll be good to have a record of what we found.
You know what, Paimon? You've gotten sharper. You could even say you've ascended to a new level. By which we mean you're actually being responsible for a change.
You couldn't just compliment Paimon's smarts like a regular person? Whatever. Paimon will take it. Better than being called emergency food, at least. Anyway, it never hurts to be careful. We've seen through lots of tricks, but we've also gotten the short end of the stick a bunch of times, too.
I'm not getting a bad feeling this time, though. For all we know, this could turn out to be an unexpected blessing.
Paimon likes the optimism. Come on, let's get that picture taken. Then, get rid of these bombs.
Huh. Spotter camera. The camera that Paimon carries with her. Use it to record the noteworthy differences you find this time. Ooh. Fireworks.
Fireworks? Guess there was no danger after all. Were those meant to welcome us or something? Anyway, we should be good here. Let's keep going. What was it Paimon said back then? Ah, right! Oh, wow!
Our very first statue of the Seven.
That's a statue of the Seven!
There are a few of these statues scattered across the land to show the Seven's protection over the world. Though I couldn't help but notice it was glowing red, implying we hadn't activated it yet, even though this is literally the first one. That's literally the tutorial one.
Among the 7 gods, this god controls the wind. You remember too? though. It seems like there's something different about it.
I think so too. But I can't tell what at this distance.
Let's take a closer look.
The shape seems to be different. And like I said, it's red. It should be blue.
Huh. Paimon's next line was...
As we all know,
Right! Poetry and language flow like the wind! Look! There really is something wrong with this statue of the Seven!
Is that... That's definitely not Venti. Is that a... That's a Dodoko. That's Klee.
Okay, Paimon's sure of it now. This can't be for an event. No one in their right mind would replace that huge statue of the Seven with a statue of Klee!
It's pretty cute, though.
Yeah, and well made, too. But that's not the point! You're not weirded out by this?
Nope, because I've got it figured out. Something this over the top, it's got her written all over it. Who else but Alice would make a statue of her own daughter?
Oh, you're right. This must be Alice's doing. She could put 100 Klee statues all around Mondstadt and Paimon still wouldn't be surprised. That explains the other weird stuff we saw up till now, too.
Yeah, even though she hasn't showed herself, we must already be inside her event.
She must have asked Jean to write that letter so we'd lower our guard. No, wait! Maybe that was Alice just pretending to be Jean. Paimon wouldn't put it past
Now that I
her.
think of it, it did strike me as a bit strange. And I think when I was reading it, I stumbled over it. When she said, "It's me, Jean." That seemed a bit odd for Jean to write. Wouldn't just be at the end as usual in a letter, "Yours truly," and so on? Looks like the joke's on us. But all in good fun though, right?
Yeah, Paimon's not upset. The surprises were nice, and this statue is pretty cool. Plus, we got to take a little trip down memory lane. Makes Paimon feel all warm and fuzzy, remembering where it all began.
Same here.
What do we do now, though? There's nobody around.
Well, I would assume we have to activate the Klee statue. And I'm assuming something will happen when we do.
If this is some sort of elaborate prank, guess we're in it until the people behind it jump out and say, "Gotcha!"
Maybe what Alice wants is for us to just keep going.
Huh? What does that
The
mean?
fungus, the Bombsetia tree, the statue of the Cleven. She seems to have prepared lots of surprises for us.
Oh, yeah. And there could be even more. Guess all there's left to do is touch that statue and find out. Maybe it'll give you the power of Pyro or something.
We shall see. Though we already have pyro power. Nice as it would be, I rather doubt this is going to dramatically...
The world opens itself before those with noble hearts.
Oh, now that's adorable. Oh, but as I was going to say, I rather doubt they're going to be giving the Traveler any permanent buffs in this event. Just think about how annoying it would be for anyone who came in after this. Not to have whatever bonus we get here. There we go.
Parsons plan! You were right. Alice is full of surprises. Good guessing on your part. Let's keep going and see what else we find.
Yep, looks like we are being railroaded. And if things continue this way, we ought to have a run-in with Barbados and Dvalin soon.
Go now.
Yep, there's...
Yes, now, or it'll be too late.
Whoa! It's the Dvalin!
There's something huge in the sky!
Okay, we all remember what Paimon said back then. Anyway, since he's here, that must mean we're about to meet another old friend in these woods.
Yep, we literally are replaying the old days. It really makes me wish there was a way to replay the actual quests without starting a new account. Maybe someday. Are we also going to replay the battle with Dvalin? Are we going that far, I wonder?
Look! There he is! Back then, Dvalin was tainted by the Abyss, and Tone-Deaf Bard was about to heal his wounds. But your control over Animo wasn't so great, so they noticed you and ran off. But you've had tons of practice since then, so mistakes like that should be a thing of the past, right?
Or we could just go say hi.
True. No need to go for a full-on reenactment. Let's go!
Our old friends have arrived.
And it is our great pleasure to greet them. Welcome to Mondstadt, you two. The place where it all began.
Now, whither shall we go, I wonder? Straight to the city, perhaps? Or will we bump into Amber first? It would seem that Nicole and Alice are keenly aware of our trip into Mondstadt to begin with. Oh. Right to headquarters, alright. Oh, and Alice is here.
Lovely to see you, dearies. So what's the verdict? Did our special welcome ceremony meet the mark?
It was impressive. Thank you indeed, Lady Alice.
It was very... you, that's for sure. Paimon can't believe the Knights of Favonius let you go that far. Where'd you move the real statue of the Seven, anyway?
Oh, gracious me. You still haven't figured it out. If I had actually done something to that statue, I would have been locked up in the teensy room next door by now. Certainly not my idea of a pleasant afternoon.
So, what's going on here?
Ah, now you're asking the right questions, Paimon.
The answer lies over here.
Nicole? You're here too?
That's right. Our two lovely mages are here on vacation. In fact, everything you just experienced was their handiwork. But I'll leave the explanations to Miss Nicole. I trust you're well acquainted with her skill at explaining all manner of magic and phenomena.
I would not deny her the pleasure. Neither would you, it would seem.
Yep. We experienced that firsthand in Knockcry.
This bubble is a new kind of magic Alice and I invented. Inside it is a small world created using a person's memories. When you were busy reading that invitation to Mondstadt, Alice took the opportunity to place you within it.
Oh, we didn't even notice!
Huh, I wouldn't be much of a Dodo King if I couldn't pull off a simple trick like that.
All that to say, the things you saw weren't real. They only exist within this bubble. Ah, except for Venti and Dvalin, of course. I invited Venti, and he brought the dragon along.
It's not every day you get to relive the beginning of your journey. It feels like listening to a verse you haven't heard in a while, right? You might not remember the name or melody, and still, you start humming along in no time. I'm assuming your trip down memory lane was similarly nostalgic.
Definitely. Thanks for going to so much trouble.
So does Jean know about this or not? I'm starting to think that invitation letter was a fake.
Oh, no. Jean wrote that herself, I assure you. I wouldn't dare forge a letter under her name.
Huh. So you do draw the line somewhere.
Ooh. Not with my daughter in her clutches. If you ever become a mother, you'll understand.
Oh, come on! It's not like she's being held hostage.
The point is, this magical bubble was created at the request of the Knights of Favonius. With the expedition in Nodcry coming to an end, the Knights will be home before long.
Varka thinks it's better to give people time to reunite with their families, so he told Jean to hold off on a huge welcome reception for now. Of course, Jean has her own thoughts on the matter. You can get the details from her soon.
As things stand, we're keeping the reception small, but there will be some activities. This magic bubble is one of them. The returning knights can use it to catch up on all the major events that have occurred in Mondstadt while they were gone.
Simply put, it's a reenactment of your adventures.
Indeed. The ultimate goal is for everyone to have a chance to take part in the excitement.
I see. So I presume then that we will be reenacting the Storm Terror incident. That's going to be an interestingly elaborate set piece, isn't it?
So, what about the parts that took a few, creative liberties?
Oh, those were there because the bubble world is still being transcribed and debugged. Memories are easy to extract, and the resulting information density is fine, but it's not exactly a stable medium. If memories are the only thing used to recreate a world, it's hard to ensure a lack of deviations. For example, these memories belong to Venti, but even for someone like him, whose memories are quite reliable, there is bound to be some variance. Not to mention, on their own, memories lack an interactive component, so I added some self-deductive capabilities to this magic, which exacerbated the instability issues, unfortunately.
Yeah, that, makes sense.
Memory alone would be akin to watching a movie unfold. There would be no interaction whatsoever if it were purely memory.
For instance, say we're recording memories and Lisa happens to fly into a fury over some overdue library books at the same time. A powerful thunderstorm might unfold in the bubble world out of nowhere. Luckily, there's a simple solution. We just have to send someone to scout things out first. Then we can manually correct anything that doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Plus, once the recording is complete, the magic will loop, so there won't be further deviations, and we won't need real people to act things out. Ah, and before it's all said and done, we'll be sure to cover up your identity, Venti.
Much appreciated. Otherwise, buying around at the Angels share is gonna be much more of a hassle.
Huh. Like you're the one who does the buying.
It's settled then. We'll allow you to be the first to relive these precious memories, and in return, you'll be our eyes on the
I
inside.
knew it. No such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah, but it sounds like fun. already snapped a few pics of some potential bugs. Like that weird statue of the Seven.
Oh, no, Paimon. That one was entirely intentional.
What? Seriously?
As the creator of this world, I'm afforded a bit of creative license, I would think. Creating this bubble was no easy task. Is a little personal touch too much to ask for?
I doubt anyone will mind. As far as I'm concerned, you're free to do as you please. This is Mondstadt, after all.
Oh, well. Paimon can't argue with that.
I suppose I can't complain if the god whose statue was absconded with doesn't complain about it. Though I wonder how many of the knights will agree with that sentiment. I suppose, as long as the statue in front of the church is still there, there won't be too much grief over it.
In that case, we'll be counting on you to continue testing our work tomorrow.
It's still early. Why not check out the other events at the testing grounds in the meantime? Jean should be there too.
Yeah, we'll go say hi. She's the one who invited us after all.
Thanks all. See you tomorrow.
I think nothing of it. Now that the world is at peace, you two are overdue for a vacation. Best to make the most of it.
Is the world really at peace at the moment? We still have the Tsaritsa and her ambitions to overthrow Celestia. So it seems to be the calm before the storm, if anything.
Dvalin appeared a little late, but his sharks and splash triggered a deep magical reverberation. Background music needs to start half a second late. I should put another instance of, and now the diagnostics are failing? I just don't get it.
Oh, Nicole, dear, stop fretting. You're projecting rather loudly, you know.
Every detail is within your control, huh? Color me impressed.
I see.
Oh, and didn't you say Kleiner would be making the trip with you this time, Alice?
He's been delayed, I'm afraid. Troublesome happenings on another planet. And of course, just when he jumped through all those hoops to make it back to Tevat, Dottore starts causing
Hold
trouble.
on, what? On another planet? Hold on, who are we talking about? Kleiner? I'm not familiar with that name.
The border is a terrible mess even now. So, unfortunately, his vacation has been postponed. Just yesterday, he did give us a call on the Dodo communication device, though. As you can imagine, Klee was pleased as punch to hear her dad's voice.
Klee's father. Actually mentioned. Is this actually the first time that we've heard his name spoken? I was actually beginning to wonder if he actually existed or not.
I see. Being a seeker is a tough job indeed.
Well. Quite the lore bomb that was. Klee's father. Oh, and they have the option to look up. Yep. Random sword in the ceiling. Pretty sure that was from Nicole. Oh well. Now we actually have a name for Klee's father, Kleiner. Before Not Cry started, all the way back when we were just seeing trailers for it, I thought Varka might be Alice's husband. But the more we learned about Varka, the less likely that turned out to be. In fact, after we met him in Nodcry, I stopped thinking he was Alice's husband almost immediately. He just didn't seem the type, you know? Not for someone like Alice, anyway. And now we have confirmation. It's Kleiner. Let's see. It's gotten dark while we were in there. Let's make it morning again, before we meet with Jean. I wonder whether or not... Well, I wonder whether the Traveler will be the only person giving this little bubble world a test drive. Greetings, acting Grandmaster.
Yes, good work. We'll go with this setup.
Evening all of a sudden. Oh well.
Hey, Jean! We're here!
Honorary Knight, Paimon, welcome back. Did you have a good time in Alice's magic bubble?
Yeah, it was so cool! Paimon's looking forward to getting back in there tomorrow.
I'll be sure not to spoil it then. I imagine you might be interested in what went into the preparation, though. I loved the idea when Alice brought it up, but I knew it would take a great deal of reenactors, not to mention recruiting Dvalin. Luckily, Venti, or rather, Lord Barbados, agreed to help. After that, I opened up recruitment to the people of Mondstadt. Countless volunteers jumped at the chance to reenact your stories, Honorary Knight. It took me 2 days just to read through all the applications. A lot of people have gotten involved, and that includes quite a few familiar faces as well.
Are you one of them?
Yes, according to Alice, I'm one of the leading ladies.
I certainly appreciate it, though I hope it wasn't too much work.
Yeah, there are other activities here too, right? Sounds like there's a lot on your plate.
Ah, well, such are the duties of the acting Grandmaster. I'm used to it. For those of us who have been holding down the fort, so to speak, the return of the expedition team is a matter of great importance. The Grandmaster contacted me and said not to organize a grand reception on their behalf, and I understand where he's coming from. I'm sure the team will be exhausted upon returning, and making a big fuss might just tire them out further.
I'm sensing a butt in there somewhere. Tone-deaf Bard said you had other ideas.
Yes, well, those of us here in Mondstadt have been awaiting their return for a long time. Resuming normal life after such a long expedition will be quite an adjustment. An official welcome might help them feel at home and reacclimate to life here. Not to mention, it's a chance for the people to show them no matter how long we've been apart, we're still family.
That is also a good point.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't know, perhaps I am overstepping. I just hope the Grandmaster isn't too upset.
So, besides the whole bubble thing, what have you got planned?
Here, I'll show you. First, this is an arena we've set up to showcase Favonius blade work. The cavalry company is in charge of this one. I'm sure there will be some exciting sparring sessions.
Ooh, that means we'll get to see Kaya on stage!
That's right. Compared to me, he's much better at keeping things interesting, even when the subject matter is quite serious. I can think of no better person for the job.
You're as modest as ever, huh, Jean?
Over here, we're running a wind glider speed shooting event. It's not hard to guess who's in charge of this one, I'm
Ember,
sure.
of course.
Yes, her gliding skills are top-notch, and she's quite creative when it comes to event design. Be sure to check it out when the time comes. There's also a booth that will serve as a reception area where people can relax and chat with each other. A few simple games will be available as well. Hertha is in charge of the drink stall, but we're still working on the menu.
Well, the more alcohol options, the better, I think. The expedition team likes the strong stuff.
I was about to suggest that I know an excellent Fontanian chef who might be willing to come on by. But I wonder what her stance is on excessive alcohol consumption.
Fair point. Huh?
What's with that face?
Grandmaster, you're back? Has the entire team returned as well? Well, apologies, we're not quite done with the preparations, but I assure you, it's limited to what you see here. We're exercising the utmost restraint.
Hey, relax, Jean, relax. No need to get all formal with me. I split from the group to make it back first. Pretend I'm not even here. Besides, I knew you'd want to surprise us, no matter what I said.
Oh, I see.
If I didn't tell you to put on the brakes, I knew you'd go full throttle and start planning the next Ludi Harpastum or Windbloom Festival. You put so much pressure on yourself, diving headfirst into the deep end without thinking about how much is on your plate. I just didn't want you to overwork yourself, that's all.
Oh, wow. That's actually really nice of you.
Well, looking out for my fellow knights comes with a job. As for the event, food, drink, and fun in spades without too much pomp and circumstance. Yeah, just like a Mondstadt festival should be. The team will feel at home in no time.
That's far too kind, Grandmaster. But thank you.
I mean it, you know? Just trust my judgment. Anyway, you two got a sec? Now that I'm finally back in my old stomping grounds, let me treat you to a meal. I'll even introduce you to the Good Hunter's secret menu.
Oh, nice! Paimon's never heard of that before.
What's wrong? Not hungry?
Actually, Grandmaster, there's a few things I'd love for you to look over, since you seem to have some time to spare. Perhaps we could go back to headquarters first.
Hang on. You know this is just a pit stop, right? There's not going to be time for me to take over the whole shebang.
Of course. Still, you are the Grandmaster.
Well, Varka, I can't help you there.
Oh, you have no idea what this means. I'll be trapped in the office until tomorrow morning.
It's not that dramatic. If we make haste, we'll finish before dawn.
As much as Paimon wants to check out that secret menu, you should at least do some work now that you're back.
All right. Oh, let's go. Guess I'll see you tomorrow.
And thus the prologue comes to a close. Oh, and we unlocked a new teleport waypoint. Ooh. Favonius Falcon Recon Log. A chat over fine drinks. And Lion Fang's Radiant Onslaught. All under a joyful welcome. Gliding Challenge, New Heights. During the special welcome ceremony, Amber and her juniors have prepared a brand new flying and shooting challenge, waiting for people to come and experience it. Honorary Knights notes on mixology. The Knights of Favonius are about to open their drink stand. Hertha from the logistics company is looking for help. And we have a number of battles to go through. Fierce and unrelenting gales, assault from the heights above, fortress of the north, a place where snow formed ranks. Fire warriors charge, and prism of moonlight and lightning. Oh well. Quite the lineup, it seems.
Water comes in many flavors.
Oh well. For a reunion without tears. Well, with the prologue concluded, I believe we shall conclude our first episode covering this event. Specifically covering Homeward, He Who Caught the Wind. And if you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. And, as always, have a good day.